This show is part of OnePlace, a daily network of focused briefings across the stories people follow most.
Welcome to our daily roundup. We have a packed show today covering everything from historic NBA moments to massive NFL trades and the high-stakes drama of European football and professional wrestling.
LeBron and Bronny James make historic NBA playoff history together.
Draymond Green faces ejection as the Warriors' season ends.
Tottenham Hotspur fights to avoid a shocking Premier League relegation.
Shohei Ohtani hits a massive milestone despite a Dodgers loss.
The Giants trade Dexter Lawrence to the Bengals for picks.
Cincinnati bolsters their defense with a blockbuster veteran acquisition.
WrestleMania 42 prepares for a star-studded weekend in Vegas.
Victor Wembanyama introduces European-style soccer chants to San Antonio.
Starting with the NBA. LeBron James has seen almost everything in his legendary career, but Saturday night brought something truly unique. During the Lakers' Game 1 victory over the Houston Rockets, LeBron and his son Bronny became the first father-son duo to play together in an NBA playoff game. They shared the floor at the start of the second quarter for about 4 minutes. While Bronny didn't record any points, the moment was clearly about more than just the box score. LeBron called it the craziest thing that has ever happened to him, noting how special it was to have his entire family, including his mother, in the building to witness it. It is a testament to LeBron's incredible longevity that he is still playing at an elite level, finishing with 19 points and 13 assists, while his son is just beginning his own professional journey on the biggest stage.
The opportunity for Bronny to see the floor actually came out of necessity for the Lakers. With stars like Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves sidelined by injuries, the team had to dig deep into their rotation. Bronny played 17 minutes per game during the regular season when those stars were out, but his playoff debut was much shorter. Even with the limited minutes for the younger James, the Lakers found a winning formula against a Rockets team that was missing their own star, Kevin Durant. LeBron continues to break records, becoming the oldest player to record double-digit assists in a playoff game. As the series moves to Game 2 on Tuesday, all eyes will be on whether Bronny gets another chance to contribute. Regardless of the stats, the image of them on the court together is a historic milestone that few thought possible just a few years ago.
Moving to the Warriors. The Golden State Warriors season came to a crashing halt on Friday night, and it ended in typical Draymond Green fashion. In a high-stakes elimination game against the Phoenix Suns, the Warriors failed to secure the number 8 seed, finishing their season with a disappointing 3-7-4-5 record. However, the real headline was Green's behavior in the final minute. With the game essentially decided, Green inexplicably punched Devin Booker in the chest, leading to a double ejection after a heated exchange. It was a bizarre and violent end to a season that already had plenty of turmoil. Green had actually played a brilliant defensive game earlier in the play-in tournament, locking down Kawhi Leonard, but this latest outburst reminds everyone of the volatile nature he brings to the court. Now, the Warriors face a summer of massive uncertainty regarding their roster and coaching staff as they head into the lottery.
This loss forces the Warriors to confront some very difficult questions about their future. With Stephen Curry turning 38, the window for another championship is closing rapidly. There are already rumors swirling about potential trades, including the possibility of pursuing Giannis Antetokounmpo to revitalize the roster. Steve Kerr's future as the head coach is also being debated after a season where the team struggled to find consistency. Draymond Green remains the ultimate enigma. He is a defensive genius who can still anchor a championship-level unit, yet his inability to control his temper continues to cost the team at critical moments. As they enter the lottery with a small chance at a top pick, the front office must decide if this core can truly compete again, or if it is time for a total rebuild. The punch to Booker felt like a symbolic end to an era of dominance that might finally be over.
Next to English football. In a shocking turn of events, Tottenham Hotspur is currently fighting for its Premier League life. Despite being one of the wealthiest clubs in the world and reaching the Champions League knockout stages this year, Spurs have plummeted into a relegation battle. They are now on their third manager of the season, with Roberto De Zerbi taking the reins in a desperate attempt to avoid catastrophe. Recent results have not been kind to them, including a 1-0 loss to Sunderland and a frustrating 2-2 draw against Brighton where they surrendered a late lead. This puts them in 18th place, firmly in the drop zone. The pressure is mounting as the season enters its final weeks, and the prospect of a club of this stature being relegated is almost unthinkable for fans and analysts alike. They simply cannot afford any more slip-ups if they want to remain in the top flight.
The road ahead for Tottenham is incredibly difficult. They have critical fixtures remaining, including a massive showdown against fellow relegation candidate Leeds United. They also have to travel to Stamford Bridge to face Chelsea before finishing the season at home against an in-form Everton side. To stay safe, They must outperform West Ham, Nottingham Forest, or Leeds in these final games. The draw against Brighton was particularly painful because a win would have provided some much-needed breathing room. Instead, they are left watching the scoreboard and hoping for favors from other teams. De Zerbi has a reputation for attacking football, but right now, Spurs need results over style. If they fail to secure safety, the financial and reputational fallout would be devastating for the club. Every match from here on out is essentially a cup final for a team that started the season with much higher aspirations.
Now to the MLB. Shohei Ohtani continues to do incredible things on the baseball diamond, even when his team falls short. On Saturday night in Denver, Ohtani extended his on-base streak to a staggering 50 games. It is a remarkable display of consistency and plate discipline that keeps him at the center of the MVP conversation. However, the Dodgers couldn't turn that individual success into a team win, falling 4-3 to the Colorado Rockies. The Dodgers actually started strong, scoring 2 runs just 2 pitches into the game, but their offense stalled out later on. They left 8 runners on base and went hitless in 7 opportunities with runners in scoring position. Manager Dave Roberts expressed frustration after the game, noting that while you can't expect huge scoring outputs every night, the team missed several chances to create distance and put the game away. It was a rare stumble for a team that had been dominant lately.
The loss was particularly frustrating because the Dodgers had several opportunities to reclaim the lead late in the game. In the 8th inning, they left the bases loaded after Max Muncy grounded out. Then, in the 9th, they managed back-to-back 2-out hits from Will Smith and Ohtani, but Kyle Tucker flew out to end the game. Despite the loss, the spotlight remains on Ohtani's historic streak. Reaching base in 50 consecutive games is a feat that puts him in very elite company and highlights why the Dodgers made such a massive investment in him. On the pitching side, the bullpen struggled to hold the lead, with the Rockies taking advantage of a 2-run double in the 6th inning. While one loss in April isn't a cause for panic, the Dodgers will want to sharpen their execution with runners on base as they continue their road trip through Colorado and beyond.
Shifting to NFL news. The NFL world was rocked by a massive trade this weekend, as the New York Giants sent star defensive lineman Dexter Lawrence to the Cincinnati Bengals. In exchange, the Giants received the 10th overall pick in the upcoming 2026 NFL Draft. This move comes after Lawrence and the Giants reached a stalemate in contract negotiations, leading the defender to request a trade. For the Giants, this is a bold strategic move that gives them incredible draft capital. They now hold 2 picks in the top 10, at number 5 and number 10. This flexibility allows general manager Joe Schoen to potentially grab a top-tier wide receiver like Jordan Tyson or address the offensive line to protect young quarterback Jackson Dart. While losing a player of Lawrence's caliber is tough for the defense, the return of a top 10 pick is widely considered a major win for the Giants' long-term rebuilding efforts and roster construction.
On the other side of the deal, the Cincinnati Bengals are clearly in a win-now mode. By trading their 10th pick for Lawrence, they have opted for a proven elite veteran over the uncertainty of a draft prospect. Lawrence is a force on the interior defensive line and will immediately upgrade a Bengals defense that has been a priority this offseason. He joins other significant additions like Jonathan Allen and Boye Mafe, signaling that Cincinnati is serious about building a dominant front to compete in the tough AFC North. While they give up the chance to draft a young star, they gain a player who is already at the top of his game and can provide an immediate impact. It is an aggressive move that shows the front office is willing to spend assets to maximize their current championship window. Both teams seem to have achieved their specific goals with this blockbuster trade.
More on that trade. The details of the Dexter Lawrence trade confirm just how much the Bengals valued his presence on their defensive line. Reports indicate the deal was a straight swap for the number 10 overall pick, with no additional players or late-round picks involved. This simplicity highlights the clear needs of both franchises. The Giants were facing a difficult situation with a star player who no longer wanted to be there due to contract disputes. By moving him now, they avoid a potential holdout and gain a premium asset that fits their timeline. They have been heavily linked to defensive prospects like linebacker Sonny Styles, and now they have the ammunition to potentially land him along with another blue-chip talent. It is a rare case where a team trades away a foundational player and still receives an A grade from many analysts, because of the sheer value of the draft position they secured.
For Cincinnati, this trade is the culmination of a very busy defensive overhaul. The Bengals front office recognized that they needed more veteran leadership and physical presence in the trenches to support Joe Burrow and the offense. Adding Lawrence to a group that already includes Jonathan Allen makes their interior defensive line one of the most formidable in the entire league. This strategy of trading high draft picks for established stars is becoming more common for teams that feel they are just 1 or 2 pieces away from a Super Bowl. The Bengals are betting that Lawrence's impact over the next few seasons will be more valuable than whoever they could have taken at number 10. With the draft just days away, this move shifts the entire landscape of the first round and puts even more pressure on the Giants to hit on their 2 top 10 selections.
Turning to WrestleMania. WrestleMania 42 is heading to Las Vegas, and the card is shaping up to be one of the most unique in WWE history. This year, the focus seems to be on broad mainstream appeal and capturing the attention of younger generations. We are seeing a heavy influence from social media and sports media, with streamer IShowSpeed set to compete alongside Logan Paul and Austin Theory. Even ESPN's Pat McAfee and Stephen A. Smith have been pulled into the storylines. While some traditional fans might be skeptical, the star power is undeniable. One of the most anticipated matches on Night 1 features Jacob Fatu taking on Drew McIntyre in what is expected to be a physical slugfest. Fatu is being positioned for a major push into the title picture, and a win over a veteran like McIntyre on the biggest stage would be a massive statement for his career trajectory in the company.
The women's division is also set for some high-stakes action, though some matches look a bit crowded. The Women's Tag Team Championship match features 4 different teams, including the returning Bella Twins and the current champions Nia Jax and Lash Legend. Many analysts are predicting a win for Bayley and Lyra Valkyrie to freshen up a division that has felt a bit stagnant lately. Another highlight is the return of AJ Lee, who will defend her Women's Intercontinental Championship against Becky Lynch. This match is crucial for Lynch as she looks to reclaim her spot at the very top of the mountain. With the spectacle of Allegiant Stadium and the glitz of Las Vegas as the backdrop, WWE is clearly aiming for a cultural moment that transcends wrestling. Whether the focus on influencers pays off in match quality remains to be seen, but the buzz is certainly there.
Finally, the San Antonio Spurs. Victor Wembanyama is changing more than just the game of basketball in San Antonio. He is changing the entire fan culture. Deep within the Frostbank Center, a new group known as the Jackals has emerged. This is an elite, members-only fan section that Wembanyama himself helped create. Inspired by the ultras of European soccer, specifically the supporters of Paris Saint-Germain, Wembanyama wanted to bring that same level of rowdy, rhythmic energy to the NBA. The Jackals are a group of dedicated fans who lead chants, hymns, and create a wall of noise near the visitors' bench. Wembanyama even considers himself one of the original members, showing how much he values the connection between the players and the crowd. It is a fascinating experiment in importing international sports culture into a traditional American basketball setting. And so far, the results have been incredibly loud and effective.
Being a Jackal isn't just about showing up. It is a serious commitment. Members pay $1,000 for the privilege, which includes a full season ticket package and parking. In return, they are expected to provide constant vocal support and create a menacing atmosphere for opposing teams. The name itself is a nod to the Spurs' coyote mascot, with the Jackal being the European equivalent. This initiative shows Wembanyama's maturity and his desire to build a lasting legacy in San Antonio that goes beyond his stats on the court. He understands that a hostile home environment can be a genuine competitive advantage. As the Spurs continue to build around their young superstar, the Jackals are becoming a permanent fixture of the game day experience, turning the arena into something that feels more like a European cathedral of sport than a standard NBA venue. It is just another way Wemby is making his mark.
That wraps up our briefing for today. Thanks for joining us for this roundup of the latest in sports and entertainment. We will be back tomorrow with more updates on the stories you follow.